voice sound deeper, and it's talked about certain people in my family, and I'm not trying to sound mean, but because they're unattractive and they have these really goofy mannerisms, like one of them, but I found out that she's had an attachment for years. It keeps doing shit to me, and I'm sick of it. So hold on just a second, because I'll probably have to restart and scream, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine, because whatever these things are, they're leaving one way or another. I can't help that I've had my life stolen away, but I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and listen to these disgusting fucking things do this every day of my life. Hold on just a second. It said, wow, what a mouth that she has on her. They possess me, and they possess me to curse, and that's been happening. I've told you guys that. So we all know that, even just now. I can't control them cursing through me. And, yeah, they always make my voice sound deeper. We know they're doing it. So I've told you guys that. So we all know that. So whatever it is, but it sounds like real human beings, and they're the sickest things that I've ever heard of. Just to be an energy and to be alive like they are, and to hover over me, I don't care what they are. They're disgusting. And I know they are, so... sick of this. So if you guys can share the live, I would appreciate it. I would really, really appreciate it. It is some of it, but I wanted to tell you guys like what it's doing to me, because as human beings, you need to know. You need to be able to protect your family and your children. Something's happened to me. I don't know what it is, but something has full control over my brain, whatever it is. Now, when I was younger, I was in a car accident. And these things know it, whatever they are, and they've mentioned it. And yesterday, when I was standing in my bedroom, it felt like something was messing with my actual brain. And I could feel like these electrical pulses moving through it. It's multiple times asked me if I had a Neuralink, which I think sounds crazy. Why would I have a Neuralink in my brain? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even make any sense. But when I had my car accident, and I'm asking you guys to share the live, to go ahead and like and share it. Because like I said, I'm getting ready to go on into the city and stuff, because I have new interactions with medical professionals here. And the police are going to have to step in. I'm being murdered, attacked, assaulted, and abused every day. And now I have more interactions where I've talked to medical professionals. I'm not doing it. I'm getting ready to go. I'll go there and I'll go talk to a social worker. I've had enough. And these things keep messing with my lives, and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'll tell them they're murdering me, whatever they are. And when I'm getting on my live to try to tell human beings about it, they are restricting it, and they're making noises, and they're bringing it to my attention. Do something. Do something right now. And that's it. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes and see if I can get more people in here. And I'll tell you guys about what it's doing as far as that stuff go. It's their job, and they can do plenty about it. This usually happens. Like, people usually get possessed to ask about the police when they're threatening to murder somebody. This happened before my grandmother was murdered, because I hate to say it because, well, I can't say it because I might get my live flagged, but your question doesn't make any sense. I'm being murdered by something. I hope that somebody shoves something in your brain and they sit and abuse you and attack you all day and possess you and speak through your vocal cords and control your body and attack your children and then kidnap them and then fucking ask you what the police is supposed to do about it. How about that? Serious response to your serious question. Oh, really? Why don't you come to my door and talk to me like that? You wouldn't. These things will inhabit people like you to talk to me like that. And then if you were to say it to my face and I was to punch you in it, then they'll tell me that they would put me in jail. You don't fucking talk to me like that. I don't know you. And I'm not crazy either. Oh, would you? Oh, you're so attractive. I don't believe you. I don't believe you because that day will never come. Because for one, I would never go into somebody's live like this and talk to them like that. I would leave. And I wouldn't say I would do this or that. I would just do it. You'll never whip my ass. Never. That day will never come. Shoo, get out. I'm not crazy. I need help. And I don't need people like you coming in here bothering me and attacking me. And by somebody coming in here blocking me from getting help, it's called self-defense. I'm not dealing with it. I am being provoked. I'm being provoked by these spirits. I'm being provoked by her. I'm not crazy and I'm not a nasty skank who wants to go around fighting people. I want to get help. And then you have people like that coming in here bothering me in the middle of me trying to tell what's going on. I'm trying, but I can't help it. I'll either have these things do things to me. I can't control my brain. I'm telling you guys that. Either they'll do things or say things that are just so extreme, I need to respond because I'm protecting me and my family, or I'll have these entities force me to pay attention. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not worried about Reiki. I'm getting ready to tell you guys what's happening with my actual brain. So it felt like electrical pulses were being shot through my brain last night, and it was telling me to look at things in a certain way, and it literally felt like something was programming my brain like a computer. I'm not mentally ill. I seriously can't control myself. These things can seriously have somebody come in here and have me start cussing them out horribly, and I can't do one single thing about it. But I'm not crazy, and I have disembodied voices recorded. If I didn't, I would literally think that I had lost my mind or that somebody had implanted something in my body. This is absolutely crazy. I'm aware of everything, and I can't control myself. And I had a car accident when I was younger. If you guys can like and share the live. And they had to... Oh, yeah, it is. And Jaden, get out. Oh, my gosh. I have evidence and witnesses. Why would you tell me to go see a doctor? I mean, I hate to talk to you guys like that, but you need to try to, understand what I'm talking about. This is real. I have witnesses and videos. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and filter her out because... it just makes me want to say certain things because there's no reason for somebody to be saying that at this point. There's really not. It's sad. This is really happening, so I don't know what's happened to me, but this has to stop. And they've been talking about this guy. They're still doing it. I'm one hair away from putting all of his information out there. Not his address or anything, but what happened to see what I can do to get them to shut up about him. I can't deal with it. They've drove me crazy about this guy. I don't want to hear about him again. I've never met him. I've never went out on a date with him. I'm definitely not madly in love with him. I don't even know him like that. How can you be madly in love with somebody that you don't even know? I'm definitely not fucking dying listening to his name. Get away from me. I can't deal with it. This guy, I just met him on the internet in the middle of this situation, and we fell out. We don't talk anymore. We've never even went out on a date, and they keep talking about him. Why don't we make him go out with somebody? I'm because that's wrong for the woman. And him. That's why. If you're forcing it. But I mean, they keep talking about him every day, and I don't even know this person like that. Like, I met them, I talked to them a couple of times, I liked them, we fell out. I've never went out on a date. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't deal with this. I'm not saying who it is. I just want them to shut the fuck up. Like, so I'm about to get out. Like, I'm getting out today to tell people, if nothing else over that, because they're driving me crazy with this guy. Seriously, as soon as I woke up, they started talking about him, and I'm like, ew. Why don't you wait until I have a boyfriend, if the day ever comes, and then use an actual relationship to bother me? Because this is pathetic, and you're driving me crazy for nothing. I don't even know this guy like that. I can't believe it. But I had a car accident when I was younger. And like this right here, my head went through a windshield. And they had to staple my head up, but it didn't cause any like brain injury or anything. And I'm starting to wonder because of what I experienced last night. And this is sad, because why in the world aren't they doing more about this? Like with professionals, I can't even.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi. My camera's on and I look a little bit like tired, but I just wanted to help you because I'm 22, but I have a lot of knowledge about metaphysical area. So there's this thing called remote viewing, right? For those that know how to do it. People in the FBI and stuff, they do it. It means they can see the invisible energies around you. And if there are invisible energies around you, we can easily identify them. I can't really read that comment. But I just wanted you to know that because you're not the only one who has gone through that. And a lot of people who go through that, they acquire skill that you don't need because guess what? Everyone in the world hears that. They're just not conscious of what is going on around them. A lot of people do accidentally get possessed or provoked to do things a lot of the times, especially depending on what the energy is. And if you have a normal life, and you are a normal person, and you go to the grocery store every day, and you wash your hair every day, and you take relaxing showers, and you're normal, but your energy somewhere is high for a certain reason, it will manipulate that. You follow what I'm saying?
Well, why would the FBI do this?
No,
Like,
I'm not talking about the FBI. I'm saying there's a thing called remote viewing where I can see the presence. I'm not saying the FBI would do that. I'm saying because in this present time, it doesn't stop. If they're bothering you sometimes.
Thank you for allowing me to join. First of all, thank you for keeping me here just to hear me out. I did not mean to make you feel a certain way. I have felt many things that you have. If you don't mind me asking a couple questions before I continue, I'd really appreciate it. When you say, why are they making me think of this guy, and then you brought up the FBI, is that who you're referring to?
No, I thought she said because she was like, the FBI, somebody remote views you. I thought she said that the FBI, and I was like, what the hell does the FBI have to do with remote viewing? But I misunderstood her, I guess. But no, I mean, they just keep talking about this guy, and they've been doing that since I met him. I met him in like 2023, like, let's see, the summer of 2023. And I haven't talked to him since like January.
So how long has this been going on?
They've been fucking talking about him, excuse my language, since like I stopped talking to him. They have been driving me crazy about him. Like, I am so tired of hearing about him.
Who is they?
Whatever these things are. Like, I'm trying not to jump around.
No, you're okay.
Bothering me. I have something, like, I've been Like, I've lost years of my life. I've had something controlling me. And I became aware of it in 2021 when I woke up to this whole these situations in my life, and I'm like, what the F is going on?
Are they
Because I
visual,
started hearing.
or is it
No,
anything visual?
I mean, I've barely seen anything like that. It's been like I've seen a couple of shadows. I can hear them. They sound like people, and I can record them. And that's what I did in 2021. And then I started this journey of finding out, like, what the hell is it? And these people were coming in, and I was being tortured the entire time. Like, they can control your body and keep your emotions restricted while torturing you. I should have been hospitalized, hands down. I'm still in the like, I'm being tortured so bad that I feel like I should be, but I don't belong there because I'm not crazy, so I shouldn't be in the same token. But when they
Right.
first started, they were screaming violently in my ears and just gagging me. You fucking bitch, they'd say, and then it would feel like something went down my throat, and I was like, they were doing that all day long, just to give you guys examples of what they have been doing to me. And then I would feel these pulses, like, throughout my body, like I was itching and shit. And I'm not crazy, because I went to people. They would set up video cameras, and they would hear these entities around me.
Do you
And
mind
I'm
me
like,
asking
what?
how old you are and what month you were born?
Yeah, I do. Because
Okay.
I've had a lot of weird stuff. We could maybe talk in private, but I have
I would love to
these things.
talk to you in private. I also want to say, I think her name was Yin. I think she had great things to say, and I think she would be really good to speak to. I think it got off track when FBI was brought up, because that can scare a lot of us.
No, I just
Meditate.
didn't know, because I've had these entities get into people, and they would just say shit that didn't make any sense. And I mean, I'm really suffering. So that's why I asked her, like, why'd you
You're on
say that? I'm
guard.
not scared of it. I'm just like, what does that have to do with me being attacked? Because this is serious. Because I've had people get up in here too, and just like, they would get in my box and they would say things. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know?
I want to
So,
say that I'm not necessarily religious. I am spiritual. But when I had things happen to me, I felt like I was going crazy. And I felt like the spirit was after me. And I felt like I needed to go to a church. Have you ever like went to a church or spoke to a pastor to feel like if they could sense anything out?
yeah, I actually tried to call the FBI myself to, like, and the reason is because I tried to report the entities, because, you know, they research, like, they keep data about this stuff. And I
Yeah.
wanted to report it and let them know that I wasn't getting help and that something was murdering people. Because these things have hurt people. They've hurt me. Like, people have reported being hurt hours away from me, attacked. I've went to priests, preachers. I've done all kinds of stuff. They won't leave, whatever they are. Wherever I go, they go. I can hear them, but I can't see them. And other people have witnessed them as well.
What is your
And
sleep like? Are you allowed to sleep? Do they let you sleep? Do these things
they
let you
let me
sleep?
sleep. Um, they let me eat. They let me bath. They'll even let me take care of my skin, because they had messed with my skin and everything, as crazy as it sounds.
No.
But they'll let me do stuff like that. And I've been wondering, like, why? And I think it's because, you know, I look pretty normal. You can't see how bad I'm suffering when you're looking at the situation, but they will
I
let me
get
see
it.
that stuff. Yeah.
No, I understand a lot of illnesses are not recognizable. We look healthy, you know what I mean? Even though our minds are not. And I'm not saying that your mind is not healthy, but it's definitely got you on the edge right now to where it's wanting to make you unhealthy. It's wanting you to be a
Yeah.
weak.
Yeah, but it's not like a mind disease or anything. They're really there. Ashley says I've seen them pull her hair on live video. For those of you who are coming in here, I do have a video that Ashley is referring to, and I just took that into a medical professional's office yesterday. I do see a therapist. I have not been diagnosed with any paranoid schizophrenia or anything, because I'm not
Okay.
hallucinating. I have
Okay.
evidence of all of this stuff. Every bit of it. I've had paranormal investigations. There is really something paranormal torturing and able to control me and able to even like have me talking normal to people while torturing me. Because let me tell you something, the pain that they inflict on me when they're doing that, the only thing anybody would do who was able to respond would be to run outside and scream for help. It didn't matter, it wouldn't matter where I was, how many times I've tried it before, because it hurts horribly. It's awful. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And
I
I
do know what
can't.
you're saying. Ashley Brown,
Yeah.
I am so happy that you brought that up and we realized that you have not been diagnosed with any medical condition, because I was kind of questioning that. I'm glad you brought that up, that you wasn't. Now that we are talking that this is a paranormal situation, I feel like this is going to be such a struggle. When it happened to me, I couldn't get no sleep. That's when it affected me the most. Like it wanted me wore out. Like I felt like it wanted me wore out to the depth of me. I
It
couldn't eat. I
does.
couldn't do
Because
nothing.
they feed off of that. They wear you down.
They fed off my fear the most. And when I quit fearing them is when it went away. Do you fear them? I mean, you would have to in a way, I would assume.
I'm terrified. And they'll just talk through me all day. They can control my vocal cords. Guys, this is a petition that I'm asking everybody to sign. And once you sign it, let me know. Because I've already circulated 2. I've started. And I've had issues with them. And the signatures are not recording on the last one. So if I can't get them to record on this one, I'm creating one on Google Drive. This is crazy. These things are torturing me. But I'm terrified of them. And they'll speak through me to like yell back at them sometimes. And they'll be like, she's so tough and all kinds of stuff. No, I'm terrified of these things. They're horrible.
They're going to feed off that. They're going to feed off that. They're going to feed off your fear.
It's never going to change.
No, because you'll get to a point. You'll get to a point to where, like with anything else, that it's almost like this is where I was so scared of it to a point that I had to get to the point to where I was like, okay, whatever's going to happen, whatever y'all want from me, just take it. And I quit being scared. And seriously, when I quit being scared is when everything quit. Because they feed off our emotions. They feed off our energy is what they're doing.
I'll be scared of these things for the rest of my life. They can do anything. They can cause me to be homeless. They can cause me to be attacked. I'll never get over that fear. You know what I'm saying? They're focused on me and I know they exist. Never. I'll never not be scared of these things. Even if they leave. I talked to a therapist and he knew, like, he was so in tune with what was going on that he said it like the best. If they leave, you're going to be worried about them coming back.
Yes.
So maybe we should try to work on seeing if we can change your view of that. But you could tell he was like, I don't see how. Let's be realistic here. We don't know what these things are. They could be anything. And
that can be the scariest part, not knowing what it is.
Yeah. Look at what they've already done. Like, I know. They're evil. They've attacked people. They said they tortured my 81-year-old grandmother to death. Even to say these things, whether or not they done them, they said them. And I watched my grandmother be controlled, and I know they tortured her. And I am very confident that they killed her. But they told me they burnt somebody alive and everything. Why would they say this stuff and me knowing that they could do it, showing me they're capable of controlling a person's body temperature, how people perceive them? Like, they could knock me out on the floor right now and cause the ambulance to come in here. And maybe some of the people that are already working there already have attachments, because I know people like that. Yeah. I know a guy right now who's an EMT, and I haven't gotten to talk to him, like, in a while. And his name is Glenn. And, like, Glenn, he thinks he saw aliens, he says. And I know he saw something. I believe that. But, I mean, I just wonder, like I was trying to tell him, Glenn, I think you have an attachment and you've had it since you've been a little boy, because he's told me things. And I was like, what you saw was probably just the manifestations of the entities that are attached to your body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, if things like this are finding ways to torture people to where the public is not panicking, like, have you guys seen The Exorcism of Emily Rose? How many of you guys have seen it?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So if people were being possessed like that and being tortured to death, everybody would be in a panic, right? Because they would be
Yes.
like, what the hell? What if these things are torturing people in ways that it's hard for people to like spot, instead of like knowing that they're being inhabited and controlled and attacked?
Oh,
They
that
think
has
they're
to be
paranoid.
happening every day.
Yeah, they think they're paranoid schizophrenics. They think that they have dementia or multiple personality disorders. And they're throwing them in hospitals, and the hospitals are controlled by the entities because they have attached to the staff members, and they can use the staff to oppress and torture. Because they've done this to me knowingly since the end of 2021, and they'll laugh and make noises of joy as they're torturing me. I'm like, this can't be happening. It's happened though. They like it. They do. They
They
like
thrive
doing
off
it.
of it. They thrive
And I'm
off
like,
of it.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, you probably have the mental hospitals locked down. You probably are attached to multiple different police officers, at least in each, like, police department. Like, I'm looking at you like you're the fucking cartel. Because you are crazy as hell and you're evil. So what would the cartel do if they wanted to control them being the cartel and not get in trouble? Think of it that way. I'm trying to put it in perspective for you guys. That's what I think these things are doing. Like to be able to torture people. I'm not kidding you.
Do you
I
have
have
any physical thing? I heard that somebody said that your hair was being pulled. Do you have
yes.
any physical things, like, let me just throw out there, burns that are happening on your skin, or pain that all over?
I've had all of that stuff. I have a scar. I don't know where it came from on my chest. I've had these things do all kinds of stuff to my body. I don't want to talk about it, but like I'm gonna
Okay.
have to have plastic surgery to get rid of it. I'm not
I
shooting
would,
you.
no, listen, I not only believe what you say, there's so much more that I could go in depth with. I feel like I'm being gaslighted right now because I said that these things feed off fear, and my only way to do it was to give up and just, that was my route. I'm not telling you that that is your route. I feel like Claire Bear, I think she misconstrued it, what I was saying, and I apologize that that's how she took it. I don't apologize how I said it. But for you, I would love to have a conversation with you because the exact same thing has happened to me. If I did follow you, I would love for you to follow me back, and I will reach out to you. You are obviously busy. I would love to have other people talk. Ashley Brown, I appreciate your input on this. I think that girl Yen, if you would just hear her out for a minute, I think she had a lot to say, believe it or not, what other people have to say. I'm gonna go look in your videos. Is that video on there where it pulled your hair? Do you have that up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go check on some of your videos. I do want to say I'm not a doctor, so when somebody's saying, "Well, you tell her not to fear," so what next? I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose you. I am strictly here to hear you out, tell you what worked for me, and go from there. I could never heal you if I could, baby. This whole world, I would try to heal. You know what I mean? I would, if I could have the healing, I would put it on everybody, including myself. So I appreciate you sharing this. I hear you. I see you. I feel you. You are not crazy. Don't let anybody tell you that, and keep speaking until you get the correct comments back to you. I hope that
Yeah.
I'm glad that you are opening up. And is there any type of blessing, witchcraft, etc.? I'm not educated on that stuff. Have you ever been, okay, so this will be my last question to you, which is something similar. Have you ever been interested in witchcraft or messed around or the Ouija board?
So when I was younger, I had somebody bring out a Ouija board, and I was
Thank you,
trying to
Ashley.
if my hands ever hit it. I know I rejected it though. I know I did. I told her no, I didn't want to do it. And spirits, they can take over you, and they can do all kinds of stuff, but they could literally like have been there at the time when all of this happened. But hold on, you guys. This is crazy. They just left my order downstairs. I need to leave you right here because I'm afraid that I'll lose this. But to like want to practice witchcraft myself, no.
Okay.
But my mom did also have a Ouija board experience. So hold on.
Okay. Okay, so we can talk like while we're in here with the people that are on here. And listen, I appreciate Ashley Brown, Claire Bear. I even appreciate your input, but I was not ever here to diagnose her. I